Well, hats off to Georgetown. I mean, they're getting better. I mean, it's we talked to our team about we were going to face a different team than one we saw in Washington D.C. and we certainly did. I mean, they're they're so good with Derrickson and Govan. The way we're built right now, with not a lot of size, we have to devise a way to try to keep it out of there. Number one, but you're not always going to be successful at that. And then what do you do when they catch it? So we came with the double teams, and obviously they made us pay with some three-point shots. So I thought our guys hung in there and fought, and we made enough plays in the down the stretch. But nothing's easy in this league, and it hasn't been for the first 10 games, and it won't be for the last 8.
Questions for the student athletes.
Marcus, how big were Kyrie's pick six and Ronnie's denial on that lob to Derrickson late to kind of get you guys some key stops on the defensive end?
Yeah, that definitely was important for us just because, we haven't got consecutive stops in a while. And, for them to come get those stops back-to-back, that really helped us and pushed us to, get some energy back on the defensive end. Because as you saw the first half, when we played with a lot of energy, we kind of took them out of a lot of their stuff and got going and took the lead. And, we kind of came out flat, and they came back on us and made it interesting.
Also had to battle with Derrickson down low at some point in time. Like, what's the key to keeping the ball out of his hands? What do you guys have to do? And when you did it well, what were you doing?
Immediately, when you in a ball screen switch, you want to try to front, but I mean he's kind of big and strong. Well, for me, he's kind of big and strong, and trying to fight around it, you probably gonna get a foul, or he's just gonna seal the correct way and get a bucket.
Marcus, were you a little bit extra juiced up to make up for what happened in DC, I guess?
Not really. I just come and try to give it my all each game, and I just take what the defense give me. I'm just trying to win for a good cause tonight. Wearing this pink, it means a lot to me and my family, just because my grandpa, he died of lung cancer back in 2015, so this game means a lot for me. So it was just more about getting the win tonight.
What was different about the approach tonight? Maybe some of the opportunities you tried to take advantage of versus the first time you played them?
Going back and looking at the film, I forced it a lot, thinking I could go in and, be stronger than Mosley, number 4. He's a pretty strong guy. But tonight I was just more patient and not try to force it, let my teammates get going a little bit, then ease my game into it.
Kyrie, you were denying at times out on the perimeter, but that steal that you got late, I mean, did you just read that? Do you feel like you had one coming? Or
Yeah, I kind of just read it. He picked up his dribble pretty high, and then I just kind of waited for Pickett to, move up and try to go catch it. And then, I mean, he didn't have no choice but to throw it. The clock was winding down, so I was just like, oh, this is going to be one. And I got it.
Anything else for the student athletes?
Hey Marcus, what they started so hot. I think they hit 7 of the first 10 threes, and they got a lead and maybe sucked a little bit of the energy out. How were you guys able to respond? Finished the half really strong, but how were you able to do that after they had started so well?
I just think we stayed positive about our defense. Even though they got going, we didn't get down about it, and people were coming to the huddle still talking. We still had our energy. So I think that's something we learned from the St. John's game. That we actually a pretty good defensive team, and we just gotta come out and play with a lot of energy.
Yeah, I guess 2 games in a row now where you've had to lock in to get the win on the defensive end. What down the stretches been said in the huddle, coaches, players, to you guys on the court that has enabled you to lock in on those key stops when you need them to finish out these single possession games?
I think it started with us in practice, really. We talk constantly preaching about, we got to get in our gaps. We got to be there on the shot and make sure our defense is perfect. So that's something we've been working on a lot lately ever since Martine's gone down. So it's because we have to be better on the defensive end with him down.
That shot right before half, Marcus, you feeling it at that point, I'm guessing?
Yeah, at that point, at that point, I was just feeling it. I kind of knew once I stepped into it, I was going to make it just because of all the shots I've already made. I was pretty hot.
One more.
Next time you guys step on the floor, it'll be again in Philadelphia against the nation's #1 team. How do you approach that game? What's your mindset going in?
Well, I feel like it starts in, our first practice and maybe even the day before, on our off day, just getting in, getting shots, stay warm. But I feel like it starts with the first practice, and we all got to be focused and locked in. And I think it's more so just a mental thing, and obviously be the tougher team when we get there.
And we can't have a slip on our defense right now. Our defense is at a high level, and to beat a team like Villanova, our defense is going to have to be perfect, and our offense is going to have to be perfect. It's going to be a hard game, but I'm pretty confident in our guys that we can get it done.
Go ahead.
What was different about having Jacob on the floor? Just having a 5-man that can go above the rim and catch some of those lobs on those pick and rolls.
Yeah, it helps me and Kyrie a lot just because, when Martine went out, guys were pressuring us more on them ball screens. Now they have to fade back because they're worried about the lobs just like Martine was. So that brings another element. And, once Jake gets back in shape and stuff on how a game shape, he's going to be able to run up and down the court just how Martine did too.
Thanks, guys. All right, questions for Coach?
Yeah, I mean, the way they shot it, you kind of referenced it. It's kind of pick your poison. You knew you were going to give up some jumpers, and they hit them. Were you impressed with the way your guys kind of hung in there?
Yeah, we hung in there, and we ran into a hot team. We knew Pickett could shoot it, and we didn't give him a lot of looks. We're going to have to look at the film and figure out how Blair got loose so much. He was the other guy that we thought was capable of making 4 or 5. Mulmar's, hasn't shot it good all year. And hit a couple and hit one really big one. But they're hard to guard for us because it's difficult for us to really match up one-on-one in the post with either one of those guys. And if you're going to sit behind them and let them catch it, and not double them, then they're going to get it every single time, and now the sudden foul trouble becomes an issue. So we had to pick our poison. I thought the zone broke maybe the flow of the game enough in the first half to get us back in it and get us the lead. And then, we weren't perfect man-to-man, but we played against a team that played really well tonight, and we found a way to win.
How well did Ronnie execute that denial, that framing, all the stuff?
Yeah, he did a good job. We had some pressure up front, and Ronnie made a great play. Made a great play on a switch later as well. And while he's not lighting up the stat sheet right now with points and rebounds, he's valuable because of his ability to switch some screens and some of his length and what he can do defensively for us.
Coach, kind of what they had touched on with Jacob came in and he looked active. He looked really confident. Were you telling him that he should be ready, that he should stay ready?
We had a long talk with his parents on a Thursday night, and then again on Friday morning. And Jake and I met Friday morning, and a really unselfish decision by him. At the end of the day, if he would have said no, we wouldn't have done it. And if his parents wouldn't have supported it, we wouldn't have done it. But you see Toby at the end of the game, like his ankles aren't great. So I'm worried if we can't get him off the floor he can't play 38 minutes. If we can get him in the high 20s and around 30, maybe we can get him to the end. And as Marcus talked about, Jacob's ability to put some pressure on the rim is going to loosen some things up, and he'll get more comfortable with each passing game. But I thought he did some good things. He impacted the game, and again, a very unselfish decision by him and his family to come off the red shirt and try to help us out the rest of the way.
Do you think he can elevate your team by the time you get to March?
Well, he elevated us a little bit today, because it allowed us to get Toby off the floor and get him some rest and put some pressure on the rim. And I think he'll get better with every practice. He's only practiced 5 or 6 times since December 15th probably. So he'll get a little bit more confident. The package of offense that he knows right now is pretty limited. That'll get better as we go on. So, next week, having 3 days in preparation for Villanova will allow us a little bit more time to spend on ourselves and get him a few more reps.
2 more for Coach.
Was it key to get him in tonight versus at Villanova?
Well, I mean, if you're going to play him, you got to play him.
Yeah.
Close game, blowout, whatever. Once we made the decision that we're going to do it, we got to get him some minutes, and really, they're really taking they're taking that first step without really seeing the whole staircase, because there's no really good answer as to what could happen. we could play him, and maybe it doesn't go well, and he doesn't play as much. Maybe he gets better as time goes on, and he's playing 15, 20 minutes a game by the end. And I can't answer that. I can't provide that answer for him or his parents. It kind of just depends how it goes. So he's really taken a leap of faith, and I just think it shows how much this team means to him and how much he wants to try to help us all he can.
You guys have been in a few of these games where it's come down to, I think we kind of talked about defensive stops, but you guys are just making the plays to win at the end. I mean, do you feel like this team has learned enough lessons to where it's able to be poised?
Yeah, we're 9 or 10 games into the Big East, and I think our defensive numbers are right near the top of the league. So we've got some guys that are active. You take a look at Ronnie and Marcus and Taz. Those are 3 pretty good defenders. Davion's a good athlete on the ball. Toby, while he's not a great athlete, he knows where to be and he's in the right spot. So we've got some guys that can defend. So we were tired. There's no question. I think they were tired too, but we were able to suck it up and get some stops. And I just want to end again by thanking our community, our fan base, for supporting the Pink Out. A special thank you to CHI Health and Methodist Estabrook Center. To have 2 competing hospitals come together for a cause like this, I think speaks volumes about the people in charge there. If we're truly trying to find a cure for cancer, if we're truly trying to raise awareness, sometimes you got to check your ego at the door, and those 2 have really done that. And this doesn't happen. It doesn't become what it's become without their support. But our fans have embraced it. I still get goosebumps when I walk through there every time. I think any family that's experienced cancer, real close to your family, I think they feel the same way. So you see all that pink, and it's not just breast cancer; it's all cancer. And I'm proud of a lot of things about Creighton and our fan base, but the way we've supported this event and the way we've embraced it is there's none like it anywhere in the country. And I think the teams that have come in here and see it, Coach Ewing, I believe he's had a sister pass away from cancer and another one that's a cancer survivor. So my guess is he was blown away by what went on here tonight. So I can't thank everyone enough, and certainly you folks in the media have done a great job of promoting this event and how important the Pink Out is. So I thank you for that.